everyone, welcome back to my channel. Hi if you're new, and welcome to me reading a highly anticipated book. I'm going to read Fourth Wing. I'm really excited. So this is by Rebecca Yarros. All I Know So Far, Enemies to Lovers, and Dragons. That was enough for me. It says on the front, graduate or die. It sounds really quite intriguing. So it says, welcome to the brutal and elite world of this war college. 20-year-old Violet was supposed to enter the scribe quadrant, living a quiet life among books and history. Now the commanding general, her tough as Talon's mother, has ordered Violet to join the hundreds of candidates striving to become dragon riders. But when you're smaller than everyone else and your body is brittle, death is only a heartbeat away, because dragons don't bond to fragile humans, they incinerate them. With fewer dragons willing to bond than cadets, most would kill Violet to better their own chances of success. The rest would kill her just for being her mother's daughter. She'll need every edge her wits can give her just to see the next sunrise. Yet with every day that passes, the war outside grows more deadly, the kingdom's protective wards are failing, and the death toll continues to rise. Even worse, Violet begins to suspect leadership is hiding a terrible secret. Everyone there has an agenda, so sleep with one eye open, because once you enter, there are only two ways out: graduate or die. I am really excited. So I'm going to go in the other room in a minute, I'm going to get myself a drink, get some snacks, and I'm going to sit down with this book, and I shall check in with you when I've done some reading. Hello, I'm now 3 chapters in, and I am enjoying it. So we've met Violet so far, and obviously she wanted to be a scribe, wanted to go into that sort of part of the school, but mum's gone, no, gonna be a dragon rider, and we've just hit the ground running. Okay, it's not just a question of walking into school and becoming a dragon rider. She's already been tested. She's already had to do this like really dodgy challenge. She's got other students that are completely against her, basically due to like, you don't deserve to be here, mummy's the one that's got you here, you're too weak for this. And inside she's like, yeah, do you know what, I really don't want to do this, but of course she can't show that. But it's very clear that she's got enemies already. We've just met the dragons for the first time, but a lot has happened in the first 40 pages, and she's not actually even had like her first proper day at school yet. She has just genuinely just arrived and like gone through the first challenge. So I like it. So far I'm intrigued and I want to keep reading, so that's a good sign, a good start. So I'm now 7 chapters in and I'm really enjoying it so far. Violet's now attended a few classes. We're learning more about some of the students, who can be trusted, who definitely can't be trusted, what some of them are up to. She's getting a bit of a rough time, bless her. But it turns out one of her family were responsible for deaths of some of the other students' families, and vice versa, it seems. But yeah, it's all this fight to the death mentality. Necks have been snapped and stuff. It's a bit graphic, but not horrifically so. It's just so much that's happened already in like the first 80 odd pages, but I'm enjoying it so far. Hey, so it's now 8:15. I'm about to start packing up and going up to bed because I am doing medical cover tomorrow. I've got to get up at about 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning on a Sunday, but it'll be a good shift. It's a good team that I'm working with, so I'm quite looking forward to it. But anyway, I have continued with Fourth Wing. I'm now a quarter of the way through and I'm really enjoying this now. So Violet is still continuing going to her classes. She's still getting a really hard time, but now she started to have some back and forth with who I suspect is going to be the eventual love interest, but at the moment is the enemy. But she's getting some help, she's making some friends. She's still struggling because she's being offered the chance to go and do what she wanted to do in the first place, and she's a bit like, well, no, because mum's going to go mad, I've got to do this. But then she's like, can I actually do this? Because, you know, I'm not very strong and stuff. So bless her, she's having a rough time still, but I am really enjoying this. So far, we're living up to the hype, but we are only a quarter of the way in. Let's see what happens. But for me, I'm off to bed at the moment, and I'll catch up with you next time I pick this book up. So I have not picked this up now in a few days, and I genuinely can't wait to get back into it. It's not that I didn't want to pick it up, I just didn't have any time to. So last that I remember reading is Violet absolutely kicked ass during one of these trials. Oh, and they've met the dragons. Yes, so hopefully we progress more with the dragons soon. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to getting back into this. So far, I am enjoying this. I love these dragons. I'm obsessed with them. Their attitudes, their everything so far. And what's just happened with the dragons and Violet is just absolutely brilliant. She's just demonstrated how awesome she is, and it has not gone unnoticed by the dragons. And I can't wait to see what happens next. Big reveal has just happened, and the chapter's just ended saying, and then like all chaos has broken loose, so I'm going to see what the chaos is. And that was Professor Carr. If you read it, you know. This is fantastic. I genuinely am loving this. This needs to be a film. Someone has to make a film of this. And I'm just having such a good time. I am still loving the relationship that's building between Violet and the dragons. She's now got this no-nonsense approach. She's not going to tolerate anyone like not having faith in her and putting her down. She's really beginning to like believe in herself, which is just brilliant. And I'm just enjoying this a lot. I knew I was going to enjoy it, or I hoped I was going to enjoy it, but I am more so than I thought I was going to. So I've just hit the halfway mark, and I'm going to stop now because I'm getting tired and I don't want to miss any of this because it's awesome. The dragons are awesome. The students are brilliant because you've got some that are just turning on each other. You've got new friendships being formed now. They've got like a set of rules that they follow, this codex, and basically if you break the rules, your fellow students would just kill you, basically. Well, your superior students, but you know, that's it, game over. It's brutal. It's, even though sort of like these students have now like they bonded with dragons, there's people there that are unbonded and will try and take out the ones that have been bonded. So they can't even relax. They're not like, yeah, I've got my dragon now, I'm set. They're not set. Some students have just been told they're going to have the opportunity to go and shadow some soldiers on the front line, which obviously is quite a terrifying thought, but awesome at the same time. It's brilliant. So I really hope it continues. And we've got a hint at the love interest now. I'm assuming it's who I think it's going to be, unless they're just setting it up like this and it's going to be someone completely different. I've no idea, but I hope not. But I'm loving it. I really am. Hello. It is now the next day. I am chilling on the sofa and I've been continuing with Fourth Wing for about the last hour. And I think they're going to drag out this romance. I'm not actually sure it's even going to hit in this book at the moment. I have no idea. But it was almost like give you a little bit of a taste of it and then nah, we're pausing on that one. But Violet is starting to get her powers. I'm not going to tell you what they are, or any details on that, but it's nice to see her coming from being the underdog now to like being the force to be reckoned with. nothing's ever straightforward. I love the relationship between the dragons, let alone the dragons and the people. I think this is working really, really well. I can't imagine what it would be like if, like, I had Duke in my head, do you know what I mean, talking to me all the time, like they have the dragons talking to them. It's really very strange, but I'm enjoying it and I shall continue. So now I'm cross that I put this book down for a few days because I'm back in it now. I'm loving it as much as I was before. It is really good. It is so fast paced. So we went to the front. Stuff happened. This is spoiler free reading vlog. I'm so sorry it's spoiler free because I want to tell you everything. But yeah, stuff happened at the front. More like family emotional bonding type things. Don't worry so much. And then they're now back at school and they're doing this big challenge. But you know, it's not like it's school sports day. This is like the Ron Dragons, and there's fire and there's death, and it's like, oh my goodness, brutal. And I just love this because I cannot anticipate what's going to happen at any point. I have no idea where the story's going. I have no idea who she's going to kill off, who she's going to let live. I have no idea, and I am enjoying it for that reason. So there's just under 150 pages now. I'll be very, very cross if she kills off anyone I like at this stage, but I cannot wait to see what happens. So yes, I'm snuggled on the sofa and I'm continuing the Fourth Wing, and naughties have occurred. I really like these two. I really, really want them to work out, and I have a horrible feeling that it's going to go wrong and they're not going to, and I really, really hope that they can be together because I think they complement each other perfectly. They just bring out the best in each other, and you know, they look after each other when they're vulnerable, and I want them to work, and I'm really not sure. Anyway, less than 100 pages to go. Will I read it all tonight? I don't know. Oh my goodness, what an ending. I've just binged the end of that. I'm really sorry. I couldn't put it down. I didn't see it coming. I love how that's ended. I have to read the next book when it comes out. This genuinely was a lot better than I thought it was going to be. I really thought this was going to be hyped everywhere, but actually it was going to disappoint me. I've had a few books like that recently, like the 5-star anticipated books I've read have ended up to be like 3-star, and I was so concerned this was going to be the same. I loved it. I genuinely did. For me, the battle scene, I suppose, that it was leading up to, I'm not a massive battle scene kind of fan. However, am I going to get dive bombed by the dog now? Is this happening? Here we go. Somebody isn't getting my undivided for a second, and they need it, don't you? You need my attention. You do. You need big attentions. Anyway, it was so good. It was so good. As I was saying, I'm not a big battle scene fan, but it only went on for maybe 40-50 pages, which was enough to keep my attention. Otherwise, if it's any longer than that, normally I end up skimming, but I didn't. I found this brilliant. It wasn't predictable at all. It was just so fast paced, and I just think that ended absolutely perfectly. I really, really enjoyed it. I loved all aspects of that book. I loved the people and their development. The dragons were absolutely awesome. The sort of the school, academy, whatever you're going to call it, that I really enjoyed, like, seeing some of their lessons and their sparring. I liked the enemy relationships that were in it, the challenges, the tests, and I just thought it was really, really a fantastic book. So would definitely recommend. So thank you for watching and joining me on my Fourth Wing journey. If you've read it, let me know your thoughts. Do you agree with me? Did you like it or not like it? And if you made it to the end of the video, do say hi. Give me a like if you feel like it. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.